Factorio Space Age Deathworld Marathon Episode 49. We're standing around on Gleba. Where we are at the moment is kind of arbitrary. For the last couple of episodes we've been looking at and going through the design process and running out a ship to a position, to the stellar edge and kind of towards the solar planet to win the game, which has been great. So we've done that. And now because it's a Deathworld, we also want the series goal to include killing a bunch of things, and because it's a marathon, to stabilize the science at, I guess, around 11k, because that's the labs we've built, which for Space Age is not a very big base. For before Space Age was quite a big base, but after the prod mods and biolabs and things like that, it really only is about a blue belt of science or so, less for the researchers. We don't use all that often. There's some things we want to do on Gleba, but it turns out that the science of which we are most sad is actually space science. So let's go and grab let's have a look at one of the existing space science platforms, partly as a good contrast to the going to Shattered Planet, or at least wandering generally in the direction of Shattered Planet ship we've got that we're going to look at next. My ship designs end up a kind of symmetrical but also not really symmetrical, highly sushi, highly densely packed kludge of stuff with collectors at the front. There's often a giant belt that runs most of the way around a ship, which sushis with ammunition on one side and then rocks on the other side, and more sushi for power grid, more sushi for the drive section, and then more sushi for the asteroids, and a width that is determined, at least for these ships, by how much space the rocket turrets will clear in front of us. And I guess let's have a look at the Mindtech, which is the ship heading towards the Shattered Planet. 130,000 kilometers. I think we are pretty happy with this. Are we worried about this yet? We still seem to be handling it okay, I guess. And the major differences with this ship are we have the sushi thing. Oh, come on, mouse wheel. We have the sushi thing at the front. It gets loud up here, but we de-sushi it almost instantly, and then in the processing section, there's actually no sushi down here at all. This is all, there's the sushi of iron and copper coming out of the mixed iron and copper smelters is the only sushi, and then we also immediately de-sushi that before working on it. We are making rockets with uncommon quality. All these guys bang it out pretty hard. We have rockets, we still have a lot of rockets that we can fire. These are stacked belts, so there's 28 rockets just in this one tile, and then in this underground section there's about another, you can read the number, 368, and this goes backwards and forwards under all of these refineries and crushers, and then also in this belt here all the way up to the front of the ship. So we've got a lot of rockets that we can play with, and also so less sushi. Also we have rocket turrets protecting the sides of the ship a lot more, and we also have, you're gonna have to be loud again, we have a combinator in here that tells the rocket turrets whether or not they're allowed to fire, so the railguns are still doing most of the work. We're doing a quality juggle up to uncommon for the rockets. I like this pattern, but I don't know if... still it's doing things, sure. We added a couple more circuit conditions in between to only be, adding things to the belt when we weren't fully backed up with stuff, to try and avoid venting quite so much stuff. And so we've backed up all of the ice backlog as well. We've also got a lot of, I think all of these are for prometheum storage, but the downside being, hey look, we're storing prometheum rocks. This is exactly what we wanted to be doing. We have a decent number of prometheum rocks in here. How is the fusion fuel doing? We have rare ice for Aquilo as well, which we're not really using. Fusion power is fine. We have now gone more than 150,000 kilometers towards the Shattered Planet, and it looks like we're fine. Like, one of the other things that I am not sure about, which we are going to learn by experimenting with things and playing with stuff, is add fly condition like, there isn't a distance traveled option here. So I'm going to have to figure out how to circuit condition a thing, or a condition to check, or something like that, to figure out how to turn this ship around when we are unhappy with it. Because I don't think I don't think this is going to get all the way to Shattered Planet, and I would not expect it to get all the way to Shattered Planet. I would like it to not explode, because we still have quite a lot of stuff we don't want to lose on that. I think this is far enough for the moment. I think we're just going to go... you know what we're going to do? We're going to go Aquilo. So now we are heading back to Aquilo, and then just bounce out to Shattered Planet again, and this should... Oh no, we are using repair packs. What are we using repair packs on? Ah, this is... Yeah, so occasionally our friendly fire explosive rockets will occasionally hit a railgun turret, which is why we moved some of these further out. We wanted to be able to reach out and poke some of these asteroids from further away. Yeah, these guys coming in at sharp angles, so that probably was the correct time to turn this ship around. Sure, I guess we try and catch it again. Yeah, great. Winning the game, going out, collecting prometheum, all good things. The Gleba task, yeah. Actually, let's mention Human and then do the Gleba thing and then come back. Human is a ship we used for some other stuff. This is the ship for which we are going to use to make the... We're going to do space science here, but because Human is kind of sad, yeah, it's a little bit sad, I would just like Human... Yeah, these guys, to just start collecting some asteroids. I don't really care which asteroids, but the ability to have asteroids to... Yeah, I mean, we're in Nauvis orbit. Getting Nauvis orbit online always kind of sucks. So if these guys can just fill up their store with asteroids, we'll figure out what to do with them later. No big deal. Things we were going to do on Gleba. Gleba does need a bit of a rebuild. We're not going to do that now. We're going to kind of plant the seeds for that now. We have, yeah, a whole bunch of stuff happening with common quality biochambers, which is not a thing that makes me happy. We also have a source of iron and calcite from space, and we also have at least one foundry which currently isn't doing anything, and then also an upgrade process that's been running for a while of rare copper. I did in fact want to see rare copper, and the plan now, I think we just move... These guys are all in storage chest, yeah? Yeah, it's fine. What are we worried about? Give me this foundry back. We want to do some foundry smelting. Did I bring better foundries? I did bring better foundries. Give me one of these then. Let's do some stacked belt stuff because everyone likes stacked belts. These Nauvis alarms are making me more nervous because every time... Oh yeah, let's set up the filters first. Every time I hear one of these... did I pick them up? Where did the stack inserters go? Oh well, stack inserters we can get, like, this is also the place that's making the stack inserters when I don't lose track of them. Cool. Yeah, all the Nauvis alarms make me a little bit nervous because I'm not sure which of these are... Not that way. Yeah, I'm not sure which of these are... Like, I'm always worried that it's going to be a mine tech alarm, and we're actually kind of losing the craft. This is the wrong side. If we're going to do this plan, we will need to sideload these things like so, but actually I don't think that the top one needs to be. The plan here is we're setting up a lane of use filters for iron, so we can have stacked iron out. That was all we were testing, is which way around this was going to go. This one is going to go use filters for calcite. And now we can take this thing and put it, I don't know, here? How much space do we need? I think what we do is we run this underneath the other random trashing section, put it on this belt. And yeah, basically because it's a Deathworld, Nauvis is always going to beep, and I am basically more worried that some of those alarms will accidentally turn out to be mine tech, which is, you know, bad. Let's get our foundry, let's set this to We actually need 2 foundries, don't we? And then the common foundry may as well be the molten one, because the rates on this are crazy. Iron plates, and you know, we wanted quality iron plates. We can't quite get quality iron plates. So what we're going to do instead... Yeah, you have all of this. Probably we have some quality modules. We have some pretty good quality modules. First off, you're going to get quality modules, and maybe we do this with another little thing that... Like, this might be a thing I sketch somewhere else. I think what we want is... yeah, being nervous about things. Yeah, give me this assembler. What we're going to do is we're going to have... We're going to pump this directly into iron boxes. We're going to need 2 of these, aren't we? At least 2 of these, because this guy could kick out uncommon quality as well. Do we have... I hope we have more electromags here as well. We do. Good. Because my plan is to juggle boxes... Yeah, to box juggle the iron up to rare quality. So this is going to be box... yeah, then we're going to have to worry about the layout versus this guy. Box juggle the iron up to rare quality, and then make rare quality copper cable, and then rare quality gears at quality. Maybe some of these... No, none of these are going to get productivity, are they? Because they all want... We're just trying to get the stuff out, yeah. And then, yeah, juggle this iron up to rare, make green chips, and then also recycle trash the green chips up to... So we get rid of... So we recycle trash as these green chips up to epic quality. And then... oh, I also needed epic quality iron, didn't I? This is going to blast... We've got a whole pile of rare copper. Not really worried about that. We've got also a pile of rare iron. Okay, maybe we could just kick off this process as well. Sure, let's think about layouts for these things. Let's also check where mine tech is. It's about 75,000. I think we're happy with this. I think you can turn around again. Oh yeah, because this is... Yeah, whatever. Maybe this is it, or maybe something like it. We're making the rare chips. Yeah, we're doing the box juggle here. Oh, this one also wants to be in the logistics network. This is greater than or equal to rare. You can also just get in these chips. Can we move this around a little? This is actually... Oh yeah, not that way around. This way around. This is pretty indicative of my ship design process as well, actually. Yeah, it has been pretty loud because we have been standing next to the rocket silos, but you know, they're pretty good. They're getting things done. We should now have a chest that accumulates epic iron, because it's the anything greater than or equal to rare coming out of this chest shuffle. Why aren't you using the... Aren't you use filters? Yeah, why are you not? Oh, because it's only one chest, and it in fact does not work like that. Okay, let's do this again then, because we wanted... Actually, we don't need to pull the rare out of this at all, because the Logibots will move it over here. But we can just throw another chest in here. This one actually doesn't need to be logistic at all. This can just be a regular chest. And then we want to grab a filter for uncommon, or actually just greater than regular quality. Put that here, and then have a rare or better. So we're mixing our inequalities with our greater than or equals to... Oh well, never mind. Okay, so this probably should now do what we want. We can get all of these boxes upgraded at quality, going on this belt, going into the recycler. All of these boxes, yeah, this is a a successful box juggle, and we are going to just fill a chest with, I didn't need this much stuff. We also don't need, yeah, we're actually making, this one down here is the one we actually don't want. We don't want, yeah, we were enthusiastic about that, but we have changed our mind, because we would actually rather have, yeah, how many are you kicking out? 50% productivity? We are, and actually this, because we've got all of the rare copper here as well, we are not going to get a whole lot of, okay, let's do this the other way around. Let's also throw over here a request for 1,000 epic iron. And this will, you know, we'll buffer some things here that we won't pull into either of these manufacturing processes. We might also empty some of the epic iron out of this stuff, which is also completely fine. These things we aren't upgrading, but it is flowing, and we're doing rocket construction down here, right? A couple of rocket turrets over there, a whole lot of rocket turrets over here. Why are you not? Oh, is this thing filled up again? Gross. I don't think I care. I think we've got enough that, yeah, we've got another 10 legendaries over here. We've got some guys here as well. Yeah, I feel bad about this. You guys should be allowed to continue. The one that's trying to make common stuff out of the recycled parts, you want to be able to request anything you need, and you making uncommon recycled parts, yeah, all that's fine. You also request whatever you want out of this box of stuff. Is this thing... This one is a passive provider, so this is all going to be fine. Yeah, so we're making rocket turrets. We're making upgraded rocket turrets. Didn't you have... Yeah, give me all of these now that we've got... Now that we've got logistic stuff going into it. Okay, that's... Yeah, we're upgrading our rocket turrets. We are caching our green ships. We're caching so many green ships. We've got not very much... I want more epic iron. I think we're also going to say... yeah, let's have... This one use filters for epic quality. Actually, this doesn't matter, does it? This, if we did that, then it would just end up in this chest. Basically, we want to come back to having a vast number of epic iron plate and epic green chips. In fact, we already have an... How many does a biochamber need? 5, so a stack of 200 is already enough for 40 biochambers. We already have enough green ships for nearly 100 epic biochambers. We don't actually need... Congratulations, good job, you've done all you needed to. Amazing, thank you very much, great. Yeah, let's go and talk about... Oh, this one as well. Let's go and talk about the next ship we want to design. Let's actually check in with Mindtech. How are you doing? Oh, you went up to 212. Yeah, I wondered if I'd kind of lost track of that and it had got further than I planned. So yeah, let's just also check in on the rockets. And we are now using more rockets than we are spending. Do we? Oh, we're also using... We have blown through all the carbon rocks. Yeah, this is not a place we can long-term support. So we're just going to go back to Aquilo, and is that true? I don't think that's true. I think we just want to swing back all the way to Nauvis. I think that is the place where this ship is safe, because when it's stationary, we are a little more worried about stuff at the back. Oh wow, 5 things. Railgun turret destroyed. Those are... I think we may have gone too far. We have lost some collectors. Oh, if we run out of repair packs. We also ran out of repair packs. So I somewhat hope this ship makes it back, but it also might not. I didn't expect to come out this far. We have lost a bit of our collection. We've actually, yeah, we've lost like a third of our collection, but the thing I'm more worried about is, yeah, guys like this now drifting in because we're not picking things up off the side with the railgun turrets. Let's just see if that makes it back. It would be... Oh yeah, this is why we're just firing... yeah, we're just firing the rockets all the time. I wonder if we are down to... Yeah, I don't know, hopefully. We also can't really pause anywhere because then we'll probably still take asteroids from the side. But do I want this drive section? We're going to think about turning Human into a space science ship, and I'm wondering whether I want this drive section. We don't need this many tanks, or do we want, for example, this drive section from Hexacube? And I think it's going to be this one because we are still going to want... Yeah, the plan for all of this? Sure, why not? Let's find Human, and then you guys have got some stuff that we can work with now, which is good. But we are going to blueprint some stuff around the place that we're going to care about later. We want, I think, this as a drive section. I think we're going to make this the space science. We don't have... Yeah, how much space science are we actually making? 1.9 a second, so between these two and the other ship of the same kind, Cobalt Core is not this kind, we could make it this kind maybe, we're making maybe 5 space science a second, and we want to get to like 30 to 35, so we have to build 5 times as much stuff again, which is a bit of a concern. So we'll grab one of these, we'll go over to Human, we'll put this here to remember that we're going to build it. Other patterns that I wanted included, if we go to Mindtech again, I think I actually want to try... I mean, we are managing to hold on without this railgun turret, aren't we? Super interesting. Oh, I wonder if we have worse collectors. We have some regular collectors. Okay. Here, and here, and here, and we are collecting again. We are... Oh, did we get the... Oh, this... Yeah, this lack of repair packs is an issue. We did get... Yeah. Yeah, so we did get... Yeah, it continues to get loud. We did get the circuit condition. It is now occurring to me. The pause there was me realizing that we have everything we need, including the iron and copper, to also just be manufacturing repair packs on the ship, and that might be a thing we want to do long term if we are... Oh, low power? Really? But we should have... Maybe that's just a railgun thing. Maybe the railguns need so much power, but we should be... I mean, yeah, I'm not concerned about the power now, actually. Okay, I'm just concerned about this thing getting back, and whether or not we take more damage on these railgun turrets. Oh well, maybe we should be manufacturing more railgun turrets. We were back here because I wanted this part of the quality recycler ship to put somewhere on Human where it is peaceful, excuse me, because I think we want to do this space science not at common quality. I think we're going to try it at uncommon quality. I think that could be fun and entertaining, and we probably have enough rocks in these kind of travel situations. Maybe. This is not a great example. Oh, because we stopped the Nauvis. The rocks here are garbage. Yeah, there we go. Dropping all the science. I think we want to have a pattern where we go... Yeah, let's grab this. Let's think about... I think I would like a pattern where we go... Gun turret, gun turret, gun turret. Collector. And then do we double... I don't think we double collector there. I think we probably just do 4 turrets and then a collector. And actually, I think the collectors, I think, can go forwards so that we can access the same belt. And then I think this is going to be more gun turrets than we need. Okay, there are mixed qualities in here as well. That's terrible. Let's go to Hexacube and find one of the rear gun turrets. Yeah, rear gun turrets is what we want for Human. All these guys are going to be rear gun turrets because that's what we've got. And I think the range and the improved damage is going to make this work out just fine. And I think we want a reasonably large ship, like maybe this wide because the goal is to collect asteroids. This is not going to be the Pierre class, like, narrow frame, fly places quickly. The goal of... let's just check in here. How are we doing? Maybe it's okay. We're still 135,000 kilometers out. Oh well. Yeah, back where it's peaceful. The goal here is going to be to try and collect as many rocks as possible to dump them in the upgrade machines to turn them into space science. And then I think we also will want... Yeah, still Nauvis. We're going to want foundry things. I think we just do this at... Okay, probably rare foundries. We want the iron, which also means we're going to want the calcite. We are going to want iron plates for bullets. We are just going to do this with yellow bullets. And... yeah, and also just common bullets. But we are also going to want some variation of this thing. Yeah, let's get rid of the circuit conditions, all of those. Some of those we're going to do again. Yeah, some combination of this thing, but I think it's going to be... Is it going to be more complicated? We probably don't need all the storage underneath. Yeah, and then evacuating the rare stuff. Maybe this still just happens on a sushi loop, because part of the plan of, yeah, this section is just to go back to the, like, bullets and rocks on one belt again. Yeah, I'm gonna take these concepts and cook a bit, and hopefully Mindtech gets somewhere where we can repair it and give it its things back, and that we hopefully don't lose too much, because yeah, there's still a lot of good stuff in here that we are, like, I will talk about being rich. Actually, we've got all of these things. Yeah, I will talk about being rich, but also we would like to not lose all this stuff. I mean, we're also filling these belts with prometheum asteroids. This is doing, like, exactly what we wanted it to, and I will be pretty sad if we celebrate a win the last episode with this ship and then go on to lose the ship. That would be super disappointing. Also, the cloud on Gleba is shrinking because there was a patch recently which changed Gleba pollution absorption. It kind of slanted away from trees and towards terrain absorption, and we had a lot of terrain absorption going on, which means we have a lot more pollution absorption. This is going to play nicely into the whole expand Gleba plan, but I don't know that it's really going to make a difference because we were defended versus the light attacks we were seeing, although this looks like our cloud is... Yeah, this has done interesting... This change has done interesting things to Deathworld. Oh well, interesting. We are back on Nauvis to build ourselves a science turnip. I had another one of these that was kind of kite coded, rearranged it a bit to enjoy it more, and this is now kind of turnip coded for me, especially when there's the fronds at the top grabbing rocks and the kind of the taproot of the engines at the bottom. We've also got a little skeleton of a thing with the fuel and the guns, because we know we've got some rocks on Human that we can use to get this thing kind of bootstrapped quickly, even before everything else is placed. And there's also all of the foundation and stuff. Let's also check in with Mindtech and see how they're doing, and they are 10,000 kilometers away from the solar edge, so I think they make it. We have taken a lot of damage on this guy. Oh well, never mind. I don't think we're going to be making repair packs here. I thought about it, and like, we've got the iron and the copper, but we would need gears and chips and then other kinds of manufacturing, and those are all just buildings taking recipes, and then we'd have to put it back in the hub, and I think that's all kind of a pain. I did notice that when we are looking at... Yeah, we can set this up now, we're not accidentally going to go there. It says add fly condition, so maybe we can do an add time past thing so that we are flying towards the shattered planet for a set amount of time, which at a set speed would mean that we can control the distance we fly, although I would like to spend more time between, say, 80 to 120. I would like to bounce backwards and forwards in that range of collecting stuff. But yeah, we're probably going to be using time passed, probably also circuit condition, because we can read from this thing where we're going to. Yeah, we're going to have to automate that better, but it looks like I am less concerned about surviving the trip to Aquilo. Got a little more platform than we need on this side. Don't remember exactly how much, but yeah, let's smash this thing onto human. Let's check that we're not actually going to try and go anywhere. Yeah, just be at Nauvis. Yeah, we've grabbed a bunch of the rocks so we can immediately start processing this into helpful things. We need to send up platform, but the idea of all of this is, oh yeah, let's get some of these things out of the way. We grab the rocks, we put them in here. We should now also be able to, if we've got one crusher, we kind of want to be able to push things into this fuel loop. We removed the inserters, but this fuel loop I like quite a lot. We're going to talk about it later. I've also pulled Cobalt Core back to Nauvis as well because Cobalt Core has all the replacement stuff we need. I guess we're just going to drop all this on Nauvis? Sure. Are we going to rebuild you to anything else? I don't think we are, so I don't think you need most of the stuff. Mindtech has also made it back to Nauvis, which is pretty nice, because I think we also have a bunch of stuff on, yeah, we want these quality modules from, and also these solar panels. In fact, a bunch of this stuff, are we reworking this ship at all? I don't think we are. I think we are pulling back a whole lot of the stuff and putting it somewhere else where it can do more helpful things, especially this low quality stuff. Mindtech. Yeah, Mindtech is somewhat repaired. We're still not repairing particularly quickly. Can we only repair one thing because we've got one hub? That's wild. But we've also run out of ice, and I'm feeling pretty happy about this for now. Yeah, we do have a whole lot of rockets, but we are kind of low on carbon rocks. Where are carbon rocks? We've still got a bunch of them, but let's also just have you do a thing that is Fulgora to Aquilo. Just do a bunch of that stuff because we still have, yeah, we've got enough repair packs. Yeah, we are only using one of them at a time. Hilarious. Yeah, we probably don't need these undergrounds at this point, although I think we've left a bunch of stuff in here so we can afford to rebuild a thing. We sent back up some rocket turrets. We've got an extra railgun unless we need one. Maybe we get around to trying these epic thrusters, but I kind of just want to drive this thing backwards and forwards between Fulgora and Aquilo, even though building this other ship is taking longer just because we're doing silly things about it, but never mind. Yeah, just, I want this ice filled up, I want these carbon rocks filled up, I want to make sure we've got all these rockets, and then we're going to attempt to schedule some prometheum harvesting. Oh, wait. Yeah, I was extremely silly. I dropped down all the combinators, whereas we're going to need at least some combinators to decide what signals to send this to do the thing that it wants to. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, trying to do the skeleton thing probably ended up not any easier than probably just trying to go into the full build. Oh well, we do want to be able to yeet everything we don't want for the actual ship off the side of this craft. So let's not be doing any of that stuff. Does this stay? I don't remember whether or not that stays. Yeah, let's get rid of all these asteroids. And then Are these the kinds of belt that stay? I don't know. These, yeah, the rest of this was a temporary hack. Actually, we're going to want to yeet bullets as well, aren't we? This can stay because it's the automated feed, but these guys also want to be yeeting the bullets. Just because we don't need them and we'd rather have the space. Okay, so we nearly had most of the parts. There's a couple more parts we need to send up. There's, oh yeah, assemblers for this stuff. Let's get this mostly running, but we can also... Okay, if we... Do we have... We've got all the crushers. We still need more crushers, but by some stroke of luck, we managed to get all the vital crushers, and the crushers that we don't have are just in the upgrade. So, yeah, let's send up some more stuff. Minetech is filled up on ice. We also had them, yeah, grab all of the quantum processors that Fulgora had, because we're not doing anything with them. Yeah, the other fusion fuel we had down there as well. We still don't want to lose this ship. We don't have as much super rare valuable stuff on it as we used to, but I think I would also rather, yeah, just get rid of this point, wait for your rockets to arrive, and then at some point, let's do the Shattered Planet thing again, and hopefully not forget about it. I think we also, at this point, given we're building some ships in Montage, rebuild some of these other smaller ships into the new, larger pattern when they get back to Nauvis. This is pretty easy to do. We've done this a couple of times. They need a lot more storage. And then, is there anything else? You're not hitting to Nauvis. I think when you get to Nauvis, we also drop down a bunch of this random construction stuff and kind of attempt to stabilize what's on these ships. Because, yeah, we don't need landmines. You're going to Gleba? Actually, drop the landmines on Gleba. So this last delivery of modules should be everything else that human needs. Yeah, there's a couple in here. The space science we gave some prod 3s because we're actually doing it at rare. So let's talk about this ship now that we are allegedly at full build. Oh, we need the beacon modules. Cool, 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 cool. Let's send those up as well, I guess. And I had those just right with me. So now human is fully built. Let's kick this thing off. We don't have all of the fuel because we haven't quite collected all of the ice rocks we needed yet. Oh, that's not true at all. It's because that belt was kind of stuck. And then maybe this one is stuck as well. That one was probably fine. Yeah, I quite like this layout of the engines quite a lot. The fuel belt was a thing that we are enjoying quite a lot. It jumps underneath the whole thing from the front. We are using the combinators to jump the signal up to where the crusher is, and then the crusher has the same combinators telling it to switch between the iron and the carbon variants. And then we are checking down here because we don't actually use all of this stuff very much, and yeah, we only need a small buffer of this stuff here, and this inserter actually looks at whether or not the crusher is working, because without this it just made too much iron ore and jabbed everything up. That was not great. Yeah, we ended up going with a 2-stage to rare science plan with this thing. We've got, yeah, the double foundries. The plan was to... Actually, I don't think I like how these guys are laid out. Can we do this differently? And then can we maybe not have this sticking out quite so much? Yeah, the plan is we're just going to go between Nauvis and Vulcanus, because I think that's the best trade-off of having solar power and also being close to Nauvis to drop all the science off all the time. And this is what it does, and it should just run. And yeah, this is why I'm thinking of this as like turnip coated or beetroot coated, because we've got that's what it looks like to me. Yeah, things that I like about this, we did end up managing to squeeze a whole lot of crushers around this, and then there's a whole bunch of circuit logic jumping the uncommons to the other belt up to some number of things, and then also jumping any rare stuff over, jumping any high quality stuff back. Yeah, the ice also takes from the reprocessing belt rather than the hey, what's out in the world belt, so that we can make sure we have more ice, because we don't always get a lot of ice just in space. I think the bit I like the most is the science loop. Why is the UPS sad at this point? Yeah, we also grab iron rocks and have ourselves a buffer of iron rocks, although I think we could do this bit differently as well, just to buffer more iron rocks that we do not need. Yeah, not like that. Cool, so now we have a bunch of stuff. Yeah, we have a bunch of stuff in the hub that we don't necessarily want. But we can... Oh, we can actually void the hub really easily, can't we? As long as the stuff is normal, we can just put it on this belt, and then this inserter will jump it over to the less good belt. And then, yeah, one of the backing things up mechanics that we've got is somewhere over here. Yeah, we've got a combinator that just counts the number of things that are on the belt and says if we have... that's not the thing that says yes we have. This one says if we have less than 120 things, then let this belt flow and add the rocks. Otherwise, you know, hold the belt. And there's also some controls on these combinators. And then also on some of these guys, so we're not grabbing too many rocks all the time, but it's fine. But then we've also got this combinator, which is similar but set up in the opposite way, that says this is the maximum number of rocks we would like to see on this belt at any time, and anything more than that we set these filters and yeet everything else off the belt. And because this doesn't have any epic quality stuff, if we wanted to void say... Oh, we didn't actually end up with anything in here we didn't want. Good. They were all rocks. So all of this stuff we can just drop when we get back to Nauvis. That's fine. And yeah, we are cranking out the science now. Yeah, so this trick should help us keep the belt not jammed up even if the science backs up. And... yeah, we were looking at, so we've got a buffer of iron rocks. The calcite and the ice cubes are actually not sushied at all here. The only sushi is the asteroid sushi in the places that needs to be sushi, but we do have belt weaving. Yeah, my favorite setup on this craft, which we were going to talk about and then got distracted with the iron rocks, is this little interface here of getting everything into the space science, of which we are, yeah, still short of ice. That is the thing that can happen. And yeah, realized we had enough rocks to do this at rare, so we've gone for it. We've got little belts where we are buffering a small number of rocks. Any rocks that fall out of the crushers just go back on the main sushi belt, and then we have this kind of delicate layout of stacks of iron ending up over here in the furnaces, which are belt weaving with this other stuff which also gets the carbon, which belt weaves around the inside of the science, and then the ice is belt weaving with that, and then the space science goes on the other side of that, all in stacks, and gets evacuated around to the hub. And I believe, oh, let's drop all of this science on Nauvis. Actually, there's too much there for one drop. We'll do this. We haven't set up the rest of this other stuff either, so let's do that as well. Controlled by circuit network. Oh yeah, because we do want to control this by circuit network now. So the place we would do that is, there's a combinator over here which says 1 for every kind of science we want. So we are going to add rare space science. And now the circuit combinators should say we want rare space science, which is great. And then human actually drifted away. Why don't you drift back to Nauvis just quickly? Also, we probably want to grab all of this stuff out of the storage. It's not going to be doing anything. This is going to be human's final form? Maybe. The thing is, I was originally thinking of doing this with uncommon science. We're doing this with rare science, and as a result, I think we've overbuilt this somewhat. If we look at the last 10 minutes, rare space science, yeah. This thing, when it gets going, will reliably crank out 1.3 thousand rare space science a minute. We needed 1.3 thousand uncommon space science a minute. So this is 1.5 times larger than the rest of the stuff we're building for. So that's a thing. And yeah, it does end up, I think, yeah, because we get, when we're doing this ice asteroid stuff, we get less ice out versus how much iron we get out of the rocks. And then because all of these recipes are more or less balanced of ice, carbon, iron, we do end up needing more ice than is really accessible, and so we just continue recycling everything. And then if we find things at rare quality, this inserter, yeah, if we have more than 8 iron rocks on the belt of the quality we are turning into science, or more than 8 carbon rocks, then we will attempt to reprocess those. So that's one way we can get more ice. And then we have the same thing set up for ice, and I think this one is mostly going to be used when we have all of the science we ever need, and the setup is just voiding because the science has backed up. But also, what did we set? This filter we set to less than 24,000, so we are happy to... I mean, we're never going to need that much, are we? Because we're only going to be dropping 8,000 at a time on Nauvis. Oh well, never mind. But yeah, let's arrange to have a ton of space science. It'll be fine. And then, if we're going back to Nauvis, I would like to be able to drop all of these things. 40,000? 40,000 is fine, isn't it? We are requesting space science into several of these. We're going to turn this one into rare, and then this stack inserter is going to have to do things differently. And then, yeah, that's what we wanted to see. And at this point, we should be able to flick into, say, yeah, let's grab some of this bullet damage and laser damage, because we should be able to, in theory, all of these things we have now very heavily automated and should have everything that we wanted, and we'll be building up Gleba science for a bit. This is going to take us, yeah, okay, let's check back in and see whether or not we end up sustaining the speed. 120k is where we said we were happy. I think I'm still happy. Oh wait, let's check the rockets. Yeah, they're moving, but we're still backed up, and we've still got asteroids backed up. I think we're actually okay with this. I think probably at 150,000 we turn it around. We don't want these things getting too close. Just yeah, go back to system edge, because as long as we have repair packs, this is, yeah, we sent up 200 repair packs. We have less than that. Interesting. We're taking damage somewhere. Oh well. I think a thing we're going to do just to be sure is we're going to add an interrupt of, yeah, remind me of how interrupts work. Oh, that's the name of the thing, isn't it? This is the name of the interrupt, and we are going to say if we ever have item count as cargo, right? If we have less than ever, say, 40 repair packs, we are just going to add a Nauvis with passenger present. And we are going to think about a better way to automate that later. In fact, let's bump this up to 60. So if we ever are getting low on repair packs, we bail. We're already running down these repair packs. We want a better way of... in fact, how long... I don't really want to fly all the way out to the solar system edge and then back into the shattered planet, because we would... Yeah, I want to figure out... I mean, I guess that's going to be another interrupt, but then we're going to have to figure out how... when we turn around automatically at 160,000 kilometers, for example, how would we then interrupt our schedule back to the solar system edge to turn around to head back out to the planet when we are at, say, only 80,000? I don't know, things to worry about later. Let's go keep building these other ships. Yeah, let's check in with how we're doing. Oh yeah, we are blasting out that's lab saturation. Why are we heading back now? Oh, because it did what it was supposed to. It, super interesting. So we could actually set this to, if we increase this to say 400, and we change this condition to request satisfied repair packs. I don't like this because we're spending a lot of time getting from Nauvis to the solar edge before we get to the decent places to collect rocks again. But this looks like, I mean... Oh no, we've lost a collector. We are actually taking damage. We do need to modify this ship a bit, apparently. Although that we've lost a normal collector. Yeah, we downgraded a couple of these things and then forgot about it, didn't we? Oh well. So that should be the last, that should be the delivery of grabbers that Mindtech needs. It's taken a while. It always seems to take ages to do this kind of stuff. I think I'm doing it wrong. I think rather than Mindtech, I think rather than having all of these different ships that are now upgraded that needed a handful of undergrounds and a couple of combinators each, I think we should have just been building one or two large ships and just let the auto build send up a stack of stuff. But we have now also solved the ship bottleneck, allegedly. All these guys are kind of, I would like one of you to be kind of at Fulgora. We want to kind of spread them out more if we can. But Mindtech, I think if you've got all your stuff, we can try to do a thing. Did we... Oh, this is still passenger prison. Let's change the... Let's change the trigger so that it will just be done with the trigger if we get all the repair packs we want. And then, is it as easy as just Shattered Planet, time passed? If we're going at 200 meters per second, 200 kilometers per second, then 600 seconds should be the 120,000 kilometers that we want. But then I think we also go Aquilo with no wait period. I want to stay like in the harvestable zone of the Shattered Planet, but also I want to give the ship a little rest to be able to repair things, to be able to, you know, turn the ice into more rockets, to stack up on rocks again. So we're going to experiment with that. Hopefully we can forget about it. But yeah, things we want to be doing that are going to motivate the next calls. We want to be doing this bioscience thing, but we need the biter eggs for that. We have a bunch of places that we could be getting biter eggs from, like more biter eggs, but the thing is, we've just automated at hopefully a good speed all of the techs we're using to do this research. Like a lot of the military techs, the laser damage, are the things we have at speed, and maybe one or two other, actually, railgun speed sounds like it's probably a good call. Yeah, maybe one or two other planet things. So other than the Gleba stuff, we should be in a good position to do all of the kinds of military research that would make exactly this stuff easier. And also we have kind of a plan for Spidertrons, but we haven't done that yet. And so I think while we're waiting for all that to happen, we go back to Vulcanus. Yeah, this box was giving us some trouble again, so we played around with this thing. Vulcanus Science was unhappy for a bit. I think the next job is to make this purple science larger and faster. How much are we currently doing if it was all running? 4.2, 4.2. Yeah, so that's what, 16, 17, and we really need to get this to say 40. Are you're legendary beacons? You be legendary. I'm wondering how much of this we can just do from the map. Actually, we're still going to get belt limited, aren't we? Although if we manage to stack these outputs, like one of the ideas was just like, can we grab this and put it over here? And the answer is we're still going to be belt limited by this half red belt. But if we turned this into stack outputs, how would we do that? I think we would get rid of these inserters. Where are my stack inserters that I can queue? And why aren't you stack inserters? And if you guys are stack inserters, you can probably be straight belt. And then I guess we are going to try and see how much of this we can do from remote view. Okay, so all these, yeah, and so the reason for doing that is now we can put a splitter here that with priority puts things on the inside of a belt, and now all these guys are on the outside of a belt, and now we have hopefully stacked stone. Oh yeah, something broke because... What broke there? How did I break? Oh, you guys have always been struggling for the amount of stone you got. Let's also just upgrade all of this stuff and this line and these guys and get this to blue belt, even though it's stacked now. Should be much happier. Okay, you guys wanted stacked outputs, where, yeah, because that's why we were looking at these things over here. And then, yeah, because if we stacked you onto a red belt, we could recombine it over here. And then not actually have to build anything else. But that would also mean that all of this disappears. This would kick up a tile. What's the easiest way to be doing this? Maybe. Yeah, all of these guys disappear as well. Something like this. So now we can just pile a bunch more stuff on this same belt, and it's still going to the same chests in the same way, which is nice. So what else is... This is just a redundant connection, isn't it? There's already power going in other places. That's all fine. What are we actually bottlenecked here? We've got those things upgraded. Can we get... And I think we just give this a bunch of legendary prod 3s. Let's give the military science this as well. I mean, maybe they deserve it. I don't think we have these on Vulcanus, so let's add the Vulcanus Mall to one of these crafts, and then add to that, yeah, we've got the prod mod 3s. Let's also go, yeah, that's the correct import location, and let's just make sure that we have all qualities of prod mod 3s available, so that that upgrade in place can just happen. And then what else are we waiting on? Yeah, let's get some inserter upgrades here, because I'm pretty sure we have better inserters around. We gonna need more bricks? Do we just do the same, hey, how you doing? Would you also like some stack inserters to the bricks? I see no particular downsides. Ah, this is a way we can get more brick out as well, because I don't think the stack inserters are... Like, I think the stack inserters are going to be able to move all of the brick now, so I think we just blast all of these inserters that are... Okay, we're going to have to put the calcite ones back, but I did not feel like figuring out which of those inserters was the important input one. So we're just going to do this. And no more calcite going into... Yeah, no more stone getting dumped into recyclers from this side. We can just push everything out of these stacked belts, and then hopefully these guys are enough to... you know what? This is all kind of silly. Let's... Because this is all stone, isn't it? So So we're making more stuff, and it looks like we might be poles limited, which is fine, because that's also a thing we could just go, hey, would we like to do this with stack inserters? Yes, please. And that's probably fine. 38, also 38.4, 38 each. So maybe this guy needs to go faster, which is also a thing we can do. Is this actually building the purple science, or is this just 77? Yeah, so that's enough for both you guys. Are you winning, son? I don't know. I'm just making the numbers bigger. We've got a whole pile of epic speed module 3s sitting around, so you guys may as well get that. I am not convinced you deserved it. I'm also not convinced of whether or not you really deserve epic prod mod 3s, but I guess we're going to do that as well. Why not? Wait, also, Mindtech had just sitting around some epic thrusters. Let's slap these on and see how we feel about it. We are feeling particularly ridiculous having decided that we were going to work on the purple science and then haven't done that. Okay, so how much more fuel are we using? We've added about another 50 fuel in total. Wait, no, about another 100 fuel, because we've gone from 192 to boosted that by, yeah, about 25 for 4 thrusters, and that actually works out pretty well, because we previously concluded we had 1.2k fuel, so this nearly fully utilizes our fuel. I think we're waiting for a Gleba science drop by the looks of stuff, from this guy not moving, and the speed is still about 200, so I think we're okay with that. And we are still fully blocked on rocks, which I guess is not surprising because we're still just on the Aquilo leg shore. I guess this stone is the other stone we could rescue. Oh wait, that's not true. We would want to also blast these inserters so that we are not throwing away stone on the other side of this either. I think we still have to keep this for overflow management. How much stone do you need? 13.7? Even if we module you guys harder? Because I want to get more stack inserters in here, but I don't know if we can. Did that break anything? It did not. Okay, I think we just give these guys better stack inserters, or maybe even legendary stack inserters. Because I'm pretty sure that in this mall somewhere, yeah, we've got a pile of stone that we're not necessarily using. Let's also just module this harder as well. And then, yeah, rare module 3s, I guess, is what we're putting in here. We've got this belt of stone which goes over here that we are not making furnaces from. Interesting. Could we, though? Why are you not running? Because we disabled these steel things, because Logimore steel, we wanted to be using this steel. I remember how that works. Okay, I think that means we can move these down, and then have a couple of unfiltered ones here. I think we've got to figure out how to get rid of this piece of belt, so that we can have a splitter here. Because we need to dodge this rail support. And currently this guy's in the way, this guy's in the way. So this is obviously a super tidy plan that everyone is happy and enthusiastic about. Make me electric furnaces, you make me electric furnaces as well. None of you guys get quality modules. This is not electric furnaces at quality. This is electric furnaces with speed. Okay, so we have a request chest making everything worse. We now have a whole lot of electric furnace production happening on Vulcanus. I don't think we were making these here previously. Never mind, it's fine. We can now just deliver these to the Purple Science and worry about the fact that, oh yeah, maybe we should upgrade, maybe we should move this so we've actually got power, and then maybe also upgrade some of these belts, because we might be material limited, as it turns out. We're going to be stone limited, doesn't matter. Maybe we're stone limited. This is a problem that I know how to solve. Oh yeah, obviously we're going to go a little bit further than 123 kilometers because our speed was a little bit more than 200 kilometers per second. So that looks like it works. I think that means we get to ignore it for a while and it just collects all the rocks. Let's check in on it a bit. Let's go back to this disaster. What even was I looking at this piece of the screen for? The cheeky thing we're going to try and make work is we're going to grab all of this and slap it. It looks like we can make it fit here. This was supposed to be a long-term plan. Is this just what this means now? And then we also need to get more epic level assemblers, which I think transitions into... Oh no, we also need to connect this up. Hey, we connected it. Good job, us. You know what else we should do? We should put back the secondary resilient power connection. So, we are in need of some epic level assemblers, and I think other than that, we're just banging stuff out now, I believe. And so, I mean, should we boost military science as well? We probably should. I'm going to think about that later. Epic level assemblers. There are a couple of more things that I'm thinking about in Vulcanus. First of all, we have somewhere... Where's the... Oh yeah, here's the mining drill automation. We have a whole lot of mining drills sitting around that we are not necessarily upgrading and not necessarily using. And I think we could just kick off a recycling plan to turn all our big drills into epic to get to 25% resource drain, or straight up just legendary for 8%. That's real good. Yeah, I think we do that. So we want to upgrade the big mining drills. Also, isn't there a pump jack box where we also have a whole lot of pump jacks, which we could also be recycling up to legendary? You guys are also still just common. Do we not have any better electric furnaces? Oh, I already had them. Okay, fine. I mean, we've taken... I was going to say we've taken no damage. We have repaired our damage. We are still backed up on carbon rocks, and we've shut everything else down because we've got enough of the carbon rocks around the place. I say we crank this up to 700 seconds. I only got one answer, but it's a good one. Oh yeah, mining drills. We were going to upgrade the mining drills. I guess we can do this with the same pattern. Can we just copy this all out as well? Wait, well we need molten iron for the mining drills. That is an important thing to remember when we eventually do a thing with it. Isn't there molten iron over here? Oh no, these guys, the foundries needed lubricant. Isn't there still molten iron over here? Yeah. Totally normal things to be doing. Don't even worry about it. Cancel the requested chest because it's going to be requesting weird stuff, and we need to change some of these. Actually, that one recipe can stay. The uncommons we don't want. We need them to be making epic mining drills. The legend, yeah, the basics we don't. We want them to be making legendary mining drills, and I think we do plan on just kicking all of this up to legendary. Now, is this a good way of addressing this problem? No. In fact, let's drop this first outside of bot range because we want to be able to get some of this stuff off and the request chest off before we figure out where the rest of this is going. But otherwise, yeah, that looks like a thing that we can drop over here and feel pretty bad about it, but it might work. This might even not be the thing we need to do, as in we might need to just completely rebuild this at some other point. Oh well, no mind, that's not my tech, we're fine. But yeah, bad things have happened here, bad things will continue to happen all over the place. Maybe it's good enough, it's probably not, but we do have... Actually, you know what? I wonder if we can make this... Because this is stacked stone, right? Okay, there were some gaps in this belt, so if we belt balance this thing here, then we shouldn't be voiding any of the stuff as soon as the splitter goes in. We should be doing a better job of filling that belt, which should go well for us. Do we still have enough of all the molten stuff? I think we... Why are you stopping? You should be running. Whatever. Have we made more purple science? 6 times. This is... if all of these guys are running, and I am not convinced they will be, but I might be able to claim that this is 48 purple science per second, and we've just, air quotes, solved purple science. Let's test that by finishing off plastic productivity. Hopefully none of the Gleba science has gone off, and then... Is this the... Where's the railgun shooting... Oh, the railgun shooting speed is already over here. I wanted that, and then asteroid productivity. And maybe we have now... Yeah, let's not look at it anymore. Pump jacks was the other one that we wanted to do a little upgrade thing for, didn't we? With much the same pattern. So let's grab... yeah, we'll use this pattern. We'll put it over here. It's going to be fine. Just... clip out the request chest before anyone turns up with anything. Minetech has turned itself around again. I guess it went a little further. I don't know. We're still taking some damage, but not material damage, which I think is exactly the place we want to be. We want to be pushing this out to see... I mean, not really how far it gets, but we want to be collecting rocks, and we're doing that. Minetech lost a gun turret? Oh, this is going to be my own silly rocket launchers again, isn't it? Oh well, we didn't actually send up any additional collectors. We sent up a spare railgun turret. Did we? I hope we still have the spare railgun turret. I hope we haven't been losing all of that stuff. Yeah, we've got extra. Got extra of several of these things except collectors. Maybe we should just, I mean, have a better plan, but also have extra stuff. We're still not hitting the metals hard enough to have the foundries running all the time to get the stone out that we need to keep the purple and military science running at speed. So I think we may as well just, like, we need to be using more stuff. So maybe we could insist on legendary speed modules, because we've got a lot of stuff sitting around, right? I don't think we need... Maybe we also just have... Let's do a separate... It's underneath the thing, yeah, okay. We're going to do a separate requester for speed module trashing. Over here. Do we want our best quality modules in this? Kind of, maybe. But yeah, we were going to request out some... We're going to request out a whole bunch of epic speed modules, which is going to kick off a whole bunch of processes again, and then this inserter we want to connect to the logistic network to say run if we have less than, let's get 200, let's get less than 200 quality modules. Actually, we don't want to, we actually only wanted this to run if we have a surplus of epics, because there's still some things that we want epics for. If the surplus can only be like 100 or so. So this should kick off a whole bunch of processes again as we are manufacturing more of these. As we're manufacturing more of these modules, we should see some of this stuff running. We kind of don't. We should see more of this stuff running. Kind of not really. We should see some red chips running. Is the blue science at least? The blue science is not even coming through for us. I was kind of counting on running the blue science pretty hard with all of the space science now solved, and that helping to create the draw. What exactly are we short on in the labs? Red, green, military, yellow. What is yellow short on? Oh, we can't actually tell. It's probably, I mean, it's probably low density structure. I think we also just bring in some low density structure from Vulcanus because we've got all of that. Yeah, and the thing we also have done is we're just filling these chests with blue chips just outside of the hub, and then I've realized that we can do that with the LDS as well. Put it here. And this way we can make sure we always have a lot of stuff to work with. Oh, Mindtech has lost 2 collectors. Yeah, just come back to Nauvis. We're going to have to mess around with some things. Yeah, just go here. You'll probably be fine. Oh yeah, Nauvis copper for LDS. I think we're just going to fix this in exactly the same way. Can we... Oh, we can't do the splitter with belt, never mind. We're just going to do this in exactly the same way, not even worry about it. Yeah. The next little hack we're going to throw in to try and get Vulcanus continuing to make stuff forever, because we need this stone to keep flowing, which means we need to keep producing something, is we are going to upgrade a bunch of solar panels that are within logistic range, just so we keep manufacturing solar panels. How far does this logistic range go? I think we can get these ones, and then also these ones. Yeah, sure. Actually, could we put... Let's put another roboport in here so that we can push these upgrades out a little further. There's no harm in that. Get rid of this one in particular. And then next we're going to try and solve a couple of things at once. It has been tricky to move bulk inserters around the place because most of the ships go from Vulcanus to Gleba, and then to Nauvis, and then Gleba sucks up all the bulk inserters and converts them to stack inserters. But if we do bulk inserters at a different quality, for example, legendary, then this is going to be a thing that Vulcanists can just continue to make a lot of, and also bulk inserters are pretty expensive, and so we will just continue to be impacting the industry the whole time as well, which is kind of the point. Yeah, none of these requests. We want bulk inserters at rare and bulk inserters at epic. And then I think we just keep this industry spinning by finding some things that used a lot of bulk inserters and making them all legendary just cause. So that should keep running for a while. Fulgora, there was also a couple of things. Oh wait, have we got the other solar panels in? We should probably do the other solar panels. Why don't we have... Oh, because we don't have regular roboports anymore. We only have rare roboports. Okay, we're going to throw that in as well. That might be the easiest way to deal with that. Roboports to roboports, rare, cool, same upgrade planner, weird concoction of stuff. Do you guys have... Yeah, you've got a bulk inserter somewhere, you can have that, congratulations. And that also means in here, yes, all of these we wanted to upgrade these solar panels anyway, because that's why we were putting... That's why we were putting these other roboports in here, so that's fine. How far are you going to go? Cool, industry. Let's also tap some things into Fulgora. I mean, Human Mindtech is back, so we've got to do that as well. But the thing that we wanted to do over here is, yeah, I would like to... I mean, this nuclear power plant is pretty redundant. We don't need it at all, except we are also running down the fuel, and I would like to be able to fly bots over here. And in fact, if we're going to expand up here, maybe we expand up here, it's an option. I think the thing I want to do now that we've got Foundation is just, like, protect this bay. And then because we've got... foundation somewhere, right? Where's the foundation machine? Here's the foundation machine. Give me some of these. Let's just have a nice little 3x3 foundation island around each of these around each of these lightning conductors. And down here, do we have Roboport range? We do. The whole thing, please. Does this not... Tiles as well? Yeah, about there. I still don't really have good vibes on how far apart these things need to be, but whatever. And we're just gonna protect our... Yeah, we're just gonna protect our flanks from nothing in particular. Does that make everything... No. Fine, we can drop another one in here. Also on Fulgora, we have a bunch of LDS being imported from somewhere. I'm pretty sure we have concrete, and we're not really doing anything with it. In fact, I think one of these boxes over here is, yeah, uncommon concrete, passive provider chest, regular concrete. Yeah, let's just start concreting Fulgora. We've got bots, we've got time to do this. It's going to be fine. I think I actually... dropped some foundation in the sea there. It's probably going to be fine. Oh yeah, and we've just seen the thing we should have been doing on Fulgora, and that is, yeah, bots hate this, never mind. We don't actually need this yellow science here anymore. We need these robot frames, because this is how we're making the robot frames. We've got, we should be able to beacon this stuff a bit better, right? Get rid of the entire purple science build. That is not a thing we need. Get rid of the LDS. Get rid of... Yeah, the input belt is also not a thing we need. These blue chips and LDS are not a thing we need. We just want to be manufacturing the flying robot frames and exactly what beacon... Well, we should have all qualities of beacons here now, shouldn't we? Yeah, we've got really good beacons because... we flew these things in specifically. Give yourself, you know, one of these, and then maybe power grid is still a concern. It's probably not. And you know what these guys like? They all like productivity modules, so let's do that as well. Hey, we've got an upgrade planner right here. Let's just go... What are these? Are these still... These are still common prod mod 1s? Seriously? we still have common prod mod 1 supporting our science process. That is wild. Yeah, give me this thing. Uncommon. Yeah, Epic 3 sounds about right. What quality of science modules are we running? Oh, we're not even running the science. I think the science we should be running at legendary module 3s because it's it's a fancy science. So let's also have legendary science. I don't know if we're going to have all of these because we did just also send a bunch of them to Vulcanus, but Fulgora. Yeah, where are these? I wanted to be able to queue one of these modules. We're now going to be waiting for a couple hundred of these things, but that's fine because we have a couple hundred of them, except we're not running. Oh wait, we're not running because we are completely full. Cool, sure. Good job. You know, this is really not what we need to be doing because mine tech is in orbit. We could definitely be rebuilding that ship instead of faffing around with this. I wonder what I'm going to do with the concrete in the box. I guess I put it on the map somewhere. Oh well, so let's go and do that, I guess. Mine tech still needs these other collectors, but yeah, there were a couple of things I was thinking about poking in this to see if we could do things differently. Like, I think we are tapering more than we need to. Let's worry about that later. The first thing I wanted to do was get some more railguns, because I noticed that railguns can be rotated to 45 degrees and get a funky pattern. So I think if we dropped one in here, then we can get rid of this inserter and this belt can connect like so, and we can grab railgun shells there and pass them to the next railgun. And so the idea is this space, which we think is problematic because it's always the dudes on the outside that are getting hit by the rocket turrets. Yeah, I think it's asteroids getting too close and our own explosive rockets doing the splash damage rather than actually getting hit by asteroids. So now we've got a way of clearing this stuff off in a wider way as well, which I think is good. I think we've just blocked. Yeah, let's also grab these bits we didn't need to worry about, but yeah, we need to move. We need to give another way to yeet off the belt, but I think the other thing that I also want is, because there are occasionally, like, we collect from the front, but then there are also bits of rocks, not so much this one, but more when we're pushing through prometheum. I would like to be able to grab rocks from this side as well. So let's realize how many more collectors we need if we're going to do this. And actually it needs to be down here. Can it be here? It can probably be here. Because, yeah, this is now too big again. We've got to, if we just dump this on this belt, this is kind of a recycling return, but it will also do what we need it to, and then this belt also has to go a little further, and we basically want this pattern again here so we can continue to yeet any surplus. And this may mean that we immediately, don't we need, yeah, we may immediately be yeeting these things if everything is blocked up, but that's also kind of the point anyway. And so we need 4 more collectors now, because we want to do this on the other side as well. The other thing I want to change is, I don't think we have turrets this far back. I think we get rid of this turret, jump the signal all the way in here, which means you don't need to exist. And was there another inserter? No. I don't know what we're doing with this space. Maybe we could just throw a solar panel in there or something. And then also this recycler, because I want to move this rocket turret over here, and then you're going to need to shuffle ammunition a different way, but that's fine. And then this combinator is kind of also in the way. This isn't the, no, this isn't the rocket's turret. The rocket's belt is still in here, which is a little bit of a shame. But hopefully if we can just have, yeah, more rockets defending things from further away, more railguns, because we've got a whole lot of railgun ammo covering that side. Hopefully that's going to work, and then we can get this a little bit to the side so we can have another... Yeah, put this recycler back up. These only have the tier 1 filter. Do these ones have the... Yeah, those ones have the 1 or 2 filter. Yeah, put this recycler back. I guess this could move all the way over here? Because these guys are on the inside, and that means that we can shuffle the rockets down to this guy again. Yeah, and then I think we do this on the other side as well, and we try it, and we realize we sent down all the solar panels. Did we send down all the solar panels of other qualities? Yes. We need to send up a couple more turrets anyway, it's fine. Mine Tech has one extra grabber, a couple of extra grabbers of silly quality that we're just going to drop, a couple of extra railguns, a couple of extra rocket turrets, a bunch of different rockets that do not need to be... Actually, all this stuff may as well be on... No, that doesn't matter. Yeah, let's get rid of this, send it out to Shattered Planet. Let's pull this back to 600 because we did... we'd rather not take damage. 600 is probably fine because that gets us out to 1,200... Yeah, what? 120,000 kilometers. We've also still got the fancy epic thrusters on this as well, so we might be going fast, and I think we just got to pay attention to this, and hopefully it... Yeah, because we're always changing things. We've got to pay attention to when we're changing things. In particular, I was expecting this graph to look better, and it doesn't, and I was poking around and realized that the thing that's happening is... I wonder if we've got one in orbit at the moment. Yeah, Skint Kingle, how are your requests going? We've got all the purple and blue and military science that we need. We're just not launching it. Why is that? Turns out on Vulcanus, if we look at these silos, we don't have any rocket fuel. We are... Yeah, the limit is now this rocket fuel build, which is not what I was expecting. So all these guys are rare. I think we can do a little bit of a job to hack this in though. Like if we move this to the side by 1, and we move... this one is also going to have to move to the side by 1. We can move this entire section of the build also to the side, which is the plan, because now we have space in here for a beacon, which is what we're going to do. Is there a beacon, epic quality beacon with epic quality speed modules? Sounds like the sort of thing we want. These guys are all rare. Somewhere we do have, where am I? Yeah, we are now doing everything at epic quality assemblers, so we're going to do that. Let's also, because we have the epic level prod mod 3s, let's do that as well, and then the epic level speed modules. We're just going to upgrade all these things. You somehow got a weird... I think we compare... We have these modules going, and then we compare the rates at which we're using these things. And then how is... The heavy oil is okay? I mean, because this is going to impact all the cracking as well, but that looks like it's fine. Yeah, wild to be complaining about needing Vulcanus to run so we get enough stone to make all the purple science, and then backing purple science up because we don't have the rocket fuel. Oh, actually, I know what we need to do. We've already extended these boxes once. We need to extend these boxes again just to make sure we can continue to put this stuff... actually, not these ones. The military science has enough space, but we just want to be continuing to make this for as long as we can, and then I guess also... these guys need to be, yeah, better bulk inserters. I had a moment of should we boost these foundries, because these foundries are also still common, and I think the answer to that is definitely yes. We have some better foundries in here, right? We have 7 epic foundries accepted. The thing is, the science is still not actually running, so let's see if we can just troubleshoot that quickly. Why are we not... Oh, is it this jammed box again? Oh no, it's this box is full with rare quality tungsten ore because we have boosted quality. Okay, so we need to process that out as well. Why are you not... Yeah, you don't get to check anything anymore. You just get to run. We need this for a variety of things. This, I hope we didn't rotate any of the other foundries when you drop these in. No, it's fine, but why are you still not running? Molten iron. This foundry was supposed to be rotated. It was the circuit condition that we had broken and fixed. Okay, so hopefully we are going to be draining this stuff out now. I don't actually know how much of this we're going to get, and we're going to be happy with more of it. I think we also upgrade these foundries as well. This one and this one. So we have one more rare foundry, and I reckon we just upgrade the foundry that's making the mining drills, because we are trying to make those at legendary, and this chest of stuff, if we were actually hitting things, is what we would like to see. Where are the mining drills? Did we circuit condition this to be less than... oh, we didn't. We circuit conditioned this completely incorrectly. We are still checking the wrong grade of mining drill. Good job. 40 is the number we're building up to. We are still just... Yeah, that's doing what it needs to, isn't it? What's in this box? It's not full yet. It's fine. All the rockets launching makes me think we are better off now. Maybe we're just kicking... Yeah, we're still not going to be having any surplus here for a while. How's the light oil is still going? Why are you not... Oh, because... Okay, this one is in an unfortunate position. We moved both of these and did not think about how we were moving both of these, and now we've got to move all of this as well. Cool. Good job. We fixed it after... Oh, no, we didn't fix it. Those are the noises of things being fixed. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, the silos are also still... The silos are also still uncommon prod mod 2s. We can make that better as well. I mean, we definitely didn't need that extra productivity. Yeah, I wondered if that was going to happen. Cool. Where are we? We're above Vulcanus? I don't know whether or not we just lost a bunch of stuff. Okay, maybe we can't actually have... Maybe we drop this back to 200 and... Yeah, maybe some of these requests need to be ×6 rather than ×8, because, yeah, we've got the carbon and iron up here, which I think we're probably not using, so let's see if we can, and maybe, oh yeah, this setup is balked now as well, isn't it? Never mind. Not that combinator, this combinator. Instead of 1.2, let's just get 600, because we've got a number of ships doing that now, and now there are also yeah, that's a thing we like to see. That's doing what it should. We've got a couple of other ships that we also need to push these changes out to. Science taxi ×6, thanks. Combinators 600. Cool, maintenance stuff. And then Grodolf managed to clear its decks of all that junk. And by junk we mean helpful good stuff. Wait, Nauvis? Nauvis take all the LDS. Oh hey look, exactly the same problem. This change to Mindtech might have made things worse, because we are getting more asteroids kicking in the side now. I don't think this is just a thruster thing. I think we might need more of these turrets. I think we want to keep quite a close eye on this when it does get out to the Shattered Planet area, because what it looks like is a lot of these asteroids are coming in flat, but when we pop them, they get, you know, some of them go towards us, some of them go away from us, but the ones that are coming towards us, when we pop them again, we get others that are coming towards us even faster. So we're seeing more of these things swing in, and if these guys get close to the sides of our ship, the rockets we fire from here will also destroy our solar panels and our belts and our inserters and all of that kind of stuff. So I am not sure I like this plan with these sideways railguns at all. In fact, I think I want to send you do this but do this until passenger present as well, because we're going to have to change this around a little more severely, I think. Can we put rocket turrets out here somewhere? Could we... Is there a place where we could grab from the rockets belt? Yeah, this one here is the line of missiles. I think this might be actually pretty easy to do. What if we got rid of some of these so that we could move this laser turret to probably here, and then get rid of these guys as well. Copy this guy over here. Space for a solar panel. We need an inserter to grab stuff. Is there going to be one on the other side that's as easy? Maybe? Yeah, so I think maybe we did it. Do we just send it back out again? Also, this science is now doing what we thought it should. Yeah, just banging away at 11k lab saturation, that's nice. Why don't you, request satisfied, temporary, try and do the thing again. It may have taken until after we won the game by going to the solar edge, but we have eventually got around to splashing the free concrete all over the Fulgoran base, except for the Canyon of Humiliation leading into the Doom Spiral of Shame. Those things are just, you know, unlucky to be those parts. We'll never see them again or talk about them. Trying to figure out what else there is to do that is more important and or needs to happen before the main Fulgoran overhaul, and also how much space we have and how much cliff explosives helped that space. Like all of this stuff, this doesn't need to be here at all. We could do this again and compress this whole area. Here would be where that would go, and boxes like so. I guess if we just set up those filters, which we are... Okay, I'm not going to delete the boxes, but we won't worry about that. It's going to be fine. I think we need a military science build on Nauvis as well, because this Vulcanist build is banging along, but I don't know that we're getting everything we need from it. It's nearly 40, but I don't think that's going to be enough really, because a lot of these military techs, it's kind of we need it running alongside the yellow science. Yeah, and I mean, this is not anywhere near the size of space science, is it? All of those yellow military space science things, yeah, yellow military space at the same place. The space science is now super completely fine. We are pretty happy with this. Hyomin has just gone to Nauvis and dropped a bunch of stuff down, but we've still got, you know, 17k sitting around in the tank. The sushi is spiraling. Things are generally pretty good. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I was going to put on Fulgora somewhere, wasn't it? It was... These guys are unhappy because... Batteries? It looks like this belt is really sparse, and we've got something jamming up. I wonder whether that's related to the quality thing, because I think these were already full belts even after we upgraded to blue. I don't think this is a volume thing. I think it's probably a quality thing, with there being qualities of things that the old build was possibly not anticipating. Yeah, this is getting a little more dense. Yeah, we're starting to kick off again. I think even even with some of these not running, I'm still happy about it because of all the stacked productivity bonuses in here. That means we are getting more drone parts out than we previously were, but also that we, yeah, don't need this to hit this super hard because we are also making these on Nauvis. I've also just noticed that these personal battery Mark IIs are something we are going to need to do Spidertron things. So let's just say less than, I don't know, how many spiders are we making? You're also not going to get any batteries though, are you? You've got 91 of these things. This is not even a request chest. This isn't waiting on anything. This is just waiting on rare low density structure, which is a thing that I did want to upgrade into because we also need it for Spidertron. The Spidertron, not there, is going to take portable fusion reactors, 4 exoskeletons. Radars and rocket turrets are kind of fine. The portable fission reactor itself needs mostly stuff we have. Yeah, uranium fuel cells we actually don't have a rare quality, but the processing units are fine. All of this stuff is actually also fine, completely fine, at rare quality if we get the portable fusion reactors. And I think the LDS is the thing we're gonna need, and we have something. I think we've got one little upgrade place. Yeah, any uncommon LDS we are upgrading to rare LDS, but we're also spending it immediately, and then we've got another place where we're trying to catch LDS. I think we also don't have any spare LDS, but we are bringing in LDS from the logistics network. Okay, whatever. I am talking myself into... Oh, we've got some more legendary crushers. That's nice. Doing a little bit of an LDS recycler and having this inserter, which is doing the junking, connect to the logistics network and recycle LDS if there is more than, say, 2,000 in the general supply. This is going to recycle low density structure we get from Gleba, which is a bit odd, so we might want to change how that works. We just need to get the LDS request in here and yeah, make some LDS, trash it with quality, make a lot of rare LDS because we're going to need it for a bunch of things, and then this might want to be a steel chest or a larger chest, unclear, but if we can just grab, because are we also, where would the LDS, there might be LDS on this leg of it here because we used to be pulling it into yellow science, so I think what we do is we go, yeah, let's do this here and get the filter on it first. And then go grab logistics box. Thank you. So now if we have any LDS, this is also just LDS of any quality, isn't it? I think we also want to go, okay, I mean these are currently not LDS of any quality. I think we should filter it to LDS of any quality. Just make sure we get all of it. I think we... Yeah, that's fine. They've all got that filter. And then down here, this we also want to be requesting uncommon LDS, not as much of it. This is just going to be purely the... actually not quite. Because we don't want this one to ever bother stopping. Okay, so the one with uncommon we tie to the question about whether or not we've got enough in the network. The uncommon, because we don't need it, like this uncommon LDS, we don't need to launch rockets or anything else, so just kick that into the recycler. It's gonna be fine. Actually, this one might want to check whether or not we are going to jam up the uncommon copper instead. Okay, so in theory we can get some rare LDS out at some point, and that's going to be fine. We're capturing more of the LDS. All of these guys are somewhat running. Cool. I did want to yeah, that's going fine. And we having bashed out some purple science, I reckon we can put. That's not mining productivity. Where's mining productivity? How have I lost track of mining productivity? It's the very first one. Yeah, the mining productivity is not really increasing the rates at which these costs increase. Like the others are into the 250, 350, pretty rough. Mining productivity, we can get a bit more value out, which is also, we're building the legendary mining drills on Volcanus, so mining running out might not be a thing we have to deal with ever again. I did also want, I'm not sure where I saw this on Volcanus, but I'm sure that I saw a bunch of red and blue inserters that were not yet rare, and we have these sitting around as well. Yeah, well, like, what are is it just the mall stuff? Okay, upgrade all of these guys as well. I'm sure that Volcanus will enjoy having extra work to do. This area is fine. Probably these builds are fine. Yeah, okay. Cool, sure. Yeah, all of this, whatever. Just keep building stuff. It's going to be fine. Let's check in on Mindtech and how it's doing. And we have jammed up on forgetting to add an underground, so that's super unfortunate because yeah, I just saw this red prometheum getting yeeted off the side. I was like, that's super unhappy. Why are we doing that? And yeah, how is the situation? We are still having rocks floating in, but that's fine. We've got this extra rocket turret that's popping things from a lot further away, which is great. And then these rocket turrets are also providing quite a bit more coverage, but they are busy hitting larger asteroids. I think I'm going to watch how this plays out for a little bit, but I think it might be okay. Yeah, we're not going to be able to harvest any of that, but are we happy about this guy being able to harvest all this stuff? I think we are. Are two long-handed inserters enough to keep up with how much we're trying to spit out? Maybe this is where the epic long-handed inserters go. Overall, I think of course we're okay. We're only 50,000 kilometers into this thing, and we are at least. Yeah, these belts are not really stacking up either, are we? Are we in any danger of getting hit from something in the sides? I don't think we are. I think we might be happy about that. Successful episode. I think we want to think about building some Spidertrons. I think we want to think about securing more territory on Nauvis to get more biter eggs, to upgrade to rare, to combine with these rocks to do the science. I think we've got a whole pile of tech to push through before then. Maybe another military science build because we haven't really expanded that. Yeah, a lot of good things we're happy about. Oh, Fulgoran rebuild. Yeah, still spinning a lot of different plates.